Hello, Taurus. Thank you for tuning into your love read. No, actually it's a general read. Sorry, I got a little distracted. It seems like maybe the camera's been moved. Maybe not. Already shuffled. Oh, I forgot this part. Using the Daily Material by Renata Lechner for the main read, and for the supportive oracle cards, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. It's interesting energy we're pulling into. Let's see what happens. It's over here, face down. Okay. I don't leave it. I think you're going to have quite the busy one here. Let's see where this goes. There's a lot of emotional cards that seem very positive to me. And I'm saying seem because I think it's going to depend on how you view it, to be fair. When you're coming into the situation, whoever you're dealing with, and I know it's the Lover's card, and yes, it could be a romantic relationship, but the Lover's card is saying a deep bond. This is like a best friend bond. This is like somebody who you look out for, that looks out for you, you trust them, they trust you. What happens to them matters to you greatly. So, yeah, it could be romantic, but it's definitely a relationship that's very important to you. But with the Five of Swords with it, whatever you're dealing with them, it's good, but it's not, there's no improvement. I think that's the thing. It almost feels stagnant, almost. I actually feel like things are going forward. It's almost like you're getting what you're asking for, but you're not, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like you want a new car. And you get one, but not the car you really want, and a color you really don't care for. It's kind of like that. It's like, it's a new car, it's great, but I don't really love it. It's kind of like that feel. It's kind of like you need a car to fit a bunch of equipment in, and you get like a little Mazda Miata, and it's new, and it's pretty. It's not really a color you like, but and you're like, it's good, but it's not really going to suit my purposes, but I can make it work. It's one of those things. The other side, I'm noticing this. They're trying to work it out. You're feeling the love there. You're feeling the connection. The other side is having some type of difficulty, and I'm getting... There's a trust issue here. There's something coming forward, and they're worried that you're not going to like it. And they're working on trying to get you used to a situation. They're trying to pull something forward. They seem to know you well enough that if they slowly let you know what's happening, it could go better. And I feel like that's what they're doing. They're slowly letting you know something that's going on with them. And they just feel like it'll work out better if they give it to you in pieces. So you have time to like settle on things, to think things over. They feel like if they dump it on you all at once, that's not really going to be the best plan. And what I'm getting here, see, there's this between the two of you, you got the Page of Swords and the Two of Cups. You are getting along. They do honor you. They actually are responding or reacting. Not reacting, that's wrong. They're being more proactive, I get that. But it's more like they're planning it out in a way that they feel will work for you better. They could just dump it all on you at once. They just don't seem to think that you would enjoy that or that wouldn't work. And the Page of Swords, they're watching how you're reacting now. You seem to be quite on the ball, though. You know this person well enough that, like, you know they're just giving you pieces of what's starting here. And I'm getting that's also the Five of Swords feeling for you. You know there's more coming. And you're like, I'm happy with how things are going. We're doing well. And they're telling me a little bit, but I know how this goes. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more coming. And they see, like, there's this dynamic or balance between the two of you where you're kind of doing, like, this rote dance or rote routine. It's like this is something you've done before with this person. For most of you, I think you really have. Now, as things go forward, you know that something's up. You know there's more coming. I don't feel like you're buying it. Like, they're trying to give it to you in pieces, but you're just kind of like, I feel like it's giving you anxiety. You're kind of like, oh my lord, how far is this going to go? What else is there? Part of you wants to really know. The other part's like, maybe I should just not ask right now. Maybe I don't want to know just yet. because I feel like it's becoming stressful because you got the Hermit here, and you're like, I don't know, maybe I should just come forward and call this out for what it is. I feel like it's starting to stress you because you're like, this may even get to the point where they tell you a little bit, some time passes, you're like, I know how this goes. They tell you a little bit more, especially if they go like step 2, step 3, somewhere in that place where they're giving you a little bit more, then they're giving you a little bit more, and you're just kind of like, maybe I should just find out what this is, because I think I'm worried about where this is going, and if I find out now the whole enchilada, I'm not going to like it. I'm knowing that's why they're doing this slowly, because I know you know that you're not going to like it because of the way this is coming across, past influences, how things have come across before. You're like, I'm not going to like this. Maybe if I just get the whole situation, I can just, find a way to deal with it a lot better. I don't like these small little moments. I don't like this. And what I get here is the Two of Wands between you and whoever this is. You're just like, listen, I know there's a lot more. I don't want to keep doing this little bit by bit thing because it's giving me stress. I know you're trying to do this to make it easy on me, whatever you're pulling forward here. No, this is just making me more uncomfortable. Let's just pull it forward. Just tell me what's happening. And I see the other side very hopeful with that, with the Star card. They're feeling really kind of a release of stress for them, like, okay, this can work out. Okay, they're ready. They want to know. This maybe can go a much better direction. Let's just move forward. You're coming forward to them because you're stressed, and you're just like, just give it to me. You're talking it out, and they're taking it like, oh, you're ready to move forward. Oh, this could go better than I think. They're very optimistic is what I'm getting. I'm kind of getting an optimistic feel here. I know the Star card's like getting a wish and all the other good stuff. Hope. But I feel a lot of optimism here, a lot of inspiration. I'm having a big fun time with inspiration in this card lately. Big fun time. Yay. So they come forward. I feel like they do spill the beans. Like this is where I'm going. This is everything that's already happened. This is where it's going. This is everything I got. Everything I got here for this. I do feel like they come right forward with you. And I feel like at this point you got the Fool card with the Psychic Protection. Now the Fool card, especially when it's being matched with the Psychic Protection, you hear it. You know where it's going. You get it. Like, I'll make sense on paper. Okay, good. You're blocking your feelings a little bit, is what I'm getting. This seems more like a defensive thing. You may not realize how far this is actually going. This is a upset to the system. I don't feel like you're reacting badly. I feel like you're just kind of a little numb to it because it's like it's a big deal. It feels like it's a big deal to me. Especially got Major Arcana cards popping in here. So you're just trying to roll with it. You're a little numb to it. You're like, all right, this is what it is. This is what needs to happen. Makes sense on paper. I understand this is how fast it has to go. All right. You're just kind of like, let me just deal with it. You're kind of in the let me just handle it mode. You're not overly trying to get emotionally involved with it in the sense of like getting upset or like having a reaction to it. You're just like, this is what it is. This is what I need to do. Okay. A little numb to it is what I'm getting, which I don't think is bad at this point because it's not going to last. It's not going to last. Because of the information coming forward, because of them telling you what's going on and where you see this going, the Death card comes in. Do you think you could see that? In my viewfinder, there's a little bit of a glare. I don't know if that's going to show up on camera. Hopefully not in the video. What you're just ending the last situation. You're just going right forward to the next situation. I feel like you're just kind of like, you know what, these small deaths are not doing it for me. Let's just get it over with. Because I feel like at this point you're just seeing the other stuff is wasted effort, wasted energy. So let's just get into it. Let's just dive into it. And I feel like that's kind of a shock to the other person. They got strength with the Mermaid Seduction. They do like it. They like it a lot. Because it's like, let's just go forward. Let's just get it done. But I do feel with the Strength card that it's a little bit of a, I don't know if I want to, yeah, no, I do want to say shock. I feel like they're not expecting it. That's why Strength is coming in. It takes a lot for them to pull it together and they're like, oh, you're ready to go? All right, let's go. Let's just do it. You're bringing that last situation to an end and bringing forth the next one. Is that correct? And I'm getting the Strength card, like they have to pull it together quick, but they want this. This card here, Mermaid Magic Seduction, that means they want this. They do want this. It may be a little bit more effort on their side. They weren't expecting it to come forward this quickly, but they do want this. They're going forward with you. The Empress card pops in. Between the two of you, I feel like this is working. I'm still feeling you're slightly numb still. You're not overly thinking about what this means for the past, where things are going. I feel like you're just handling it as you can right now. It's not going to be a permanent situation. I just feel like you're going with it. You seem to be just kind of rolling with it. Because at this point, you're feeling like if I just roll with it, it works better. And I feel like changes are happening. Things are cementing in. Like, it's like everything's getting lined up. It's almost like you're calling, you know, in your reservations. You're making your plans. You're making sure everything is going together. I feel like this is a lot, too, with the plans. I feel like that's another reason maybe you're a little numb at the moment, because you're allowed to plan a bit and you're just concentrating on the plan. That would make sense to me. Once the plan is together, once you're both on page, because this is going right forward. This is going right forward. I feel like you're working it out. You're okay. They're okay. Feel here. I'm still getting a little numbness here. I'm not sure if I'm missing something with that. Because I feel like you're just kind of like one foot in front of the other. Let's just keep moving. I don't want to overthink it. I don't want to get upset. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But once you get the plan together, you got the Chariot card. You're just like, all right, it's time to go. Let's just do it. I feel like, I don't want to say you're aggravated, but you're just kind of like, why drag it out at this point? For some reason, you're just kind of like, let's just go. Let's just do it. Plan's here. I know it needs to happen. I feel like you just want to move forward. I really feel like you actually want to move forward. The Chariot is pushing forward. 8 of Cups is on the other person's side. They're not really sure where things are going, and I feel like that's another reason why you're pushing forward right now. Because if you push forward now, it feels like things are more likely to go well. I wouldn't say you're comfortable or that's really like your ideal way to do things, but the opportunity is here now. Things can go better now if you just grab the reins and move. And the other side seems to not know exactly what the plan is, even though I feel like you've gone over it with them. They seem to not be really connected with the whole plan aspect of it for some reason. That's weird to me, because I feel like you have it all mapped out, honestly. But you're just like, if I just move forward, this works better. It's very contrary to the normal Taurus feel that I'm used to. But I feel like you're like, you know what? It's just more control. Things work out better if I just move forward. So you do. Alright. I have 2 face-down cards. You're not going to see this till it happens. What you're moving forward with, what the plan is that you have worked out with this person, this feels very Taurus to me. 4 of Pentacles. You're holding to that plan. We're not negotiating. We're not changing direction. I'll do this, but we're sticking to the plan. I agreed to the plan. We are sticking to the plan. I'm feeling the plan energy here. The other side doesn't seem to like that as much. They got the 10 of Swords, and I'm probably playing that down greatly. They really don't like that. But don't feel too bad about it. I know they're devastated. This is a really negative card. I get that. You're helping this situation go in a way that's stable. And I'm getting that with when they had the 8 of Cups going into the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords shows up later. It's face down, so it means it doesn't show up until the situation is in effect. They didn't realize where this was going. They didn't realize they were going to feel the way they are. But the thing is, what you've done is you put structure in the situation that I feel like the situation is good. With a structure here, with some boundaries in this situation, it does go really well. I'm getting the Ace of Cups with the Healing card, which may seem very ironic when you have the 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords in the other side, and the other person's side here. They seem to be very devastated because they can't just go and they can't just be willy-nilly, I guess. They don't have the ability to just be more random, I guess you would say. There's a plan, and the plan needs to be stuck to. But the plan that you're pushing forward, that you're sticking to, that's creating the Ace of Cups. They're not happy with how the situation is actually going. They don't actually seem to be happy with where it's currently going, but the plan is better, and it's actually serving them and you at the same time. I'm getting there's a lot of healing between the two of you. No, that is not what the healing is for. The healing is for the other person. They need to go through this rough time. This is helping them. I almost feel like the plan you put down, the plan that you're sticking to, the plan that you're demanding, is forcing them to go through some things that they don't want to go through. It's forcing them to see like the reality of a situation and how you make a situation turn out successful. How sometimes there's pieces that are not fun, but you need to face them if you expect to have success at some point. You're holding this person to that. You're not letting them move away from it. You're holding to the plan, and that's part of the plan, is to deal with things. They don't like it, but they are doing it. This is where that healing comes in. This is where the Ace of Cups. The situation as a whole is going really well. This is exactly what should be happening, and they're getting healing out of the situation because of it. You may be getting some healing as well. However, that I don't really connect with exactly how, just to be fair, but I feel like it's more about the other person. So you may realize that they're very unhappy, but it's very good for them because they're dealing with things they didn't really want to. And we're good? That was a long one. All right, I think we're there. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.